हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, गुड इवनिंग। हाउ आर यू ऑल? कैसे हैं आप सभी? आई होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग वेरी गुड। एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट ए वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक. बिफोर दैट, आई वुड लाइक टू स्पीक ए कोट of Swami Vivekanand that every power is within you. You can do anything whatever you want. With this thought, I must suggest you that start preparing yourself from the beginning and believe in yourself. Definitely you will be emerge as a successful winner. So today we will talk about a very interesting topic of unit 3 class 11th, cell structure and function. In that we will talk about cell cycle and cell division. So sequence of events by which the cell duplicates its genome, synthesizes the other constituents of the cell and eventually divides into two daughter cells is called as cell cycle. Growth and reproduction are characteristics of the cells. Indeed, of all the living organisms. All the cells reproduce by dividing into two, with each parental cell giving rise to two daughter cells. DNA synthesis occurs in one specific stage of the cell division, but distribution of chromosome in cells occur in complex series of events during the cell division. So, we will talk about what are the different phases of cell cycle. Typically, when we talk about eukaryotic cells like human beings, illustrated by human cheek cell in culture, these cell divides once in every 24 hours. However, this duration of cell cycle can be vary from organisms to organisms. You will be surprised. Yeast, for example, can progress through the cell cycle only in about 19 minutes. You must have experiences when your mother is preparing so many dishes in the kitchen. They put yeast powder and after some time the dough become fluffy. That is due to the growth or reproduction of those yeast. So they reproduce very fast. The cell cycle is basically divided into two steps. You can see in this diagram, or two phases, interphase and M phase, that is called as mitosis phase. You can see here in this diagram, pie chart where I have made M phase and then interphase, which consisting of G1, S and G2 phases. So M phase represents the phase when the actual cell divisions or mitosis occurs. This phase is simply, we are saying, when the mitosis occurs. An interphase represents the phases between two successive meiotic divisions. It is significant to note that in 24-hour average duration of cell cycle, the cell division proper lasts only for a few hours or an hour. The interphase lasts for more than 95% of the duration of the cell cycle. This phase is called resting phase. But during this period, cell prepare itself for the nuclear division by cell growth. The M phase start with nuclear division, corresponding to the separation of the daughter chromosome, karyokinesis, and usually end with the division of cytoplasm, that is cytokinesis. The interphase through called as resting phase is the time during which the cell is preparing for division by undergoing both cell growth and DNA replication in orderly manner. So when we say here the G1 phase represents the interval between mitosis and initiation of DNA replication. Cell is continuously active and grows in size in this phase. During synthesis phase, which is called as S phase, replication or synthesis of DNA takes place and amount of DNA will also get doubles per cell. During G2 phase, the protein is synthesized and preparation for mitosis. Some cells, you can see in the slide, some cell in the adult animal do not appear or exhibit the division. Example, heart cell and many other cells divide only occasionally as needed to replace the cells. These cells do not divide further and exit the G1 phase and enter into the inactive stage called quiescent stage, G0 of cell cycle. So this we have to learn. Then in animal, when we talk about mitotic division, it is present only in somatic diploid cell, but in plant cell it is seen both in diploid as well as haploid cell. Mitosis cell division is also known as equational division, Why? Because the number of chromosome remains same. When we talk about meiosis, you know that is reductional division where chromosome number is reduced to half. That is in, for example, germ cells. Whenever there is a formation of gamete, there is a need of reductional cell division, so meiosis will take place. Then this mitosis is simply divided into prophase, metaphase and anaphase. When we talk about prophase, this is initiation of condensation of chromosomal material and the movement of centrioles toward the opposite pole of the cell. At the end of prophase, endoplasmic reticulum, nuclear membrane and Golgi bodies disappear. So you have to learn this thing. Metaphase start with complete disappearance of nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is completely disappears when we talk about metaphase. The most suitable stage for study of morphology of chromosomes. Condensation of chromosomal material into compact and distinct chromosome made up of two sister chromatids attached with spindle fiber with kinetochores. Chromosomes arranged at the center of cell called the metaphase plate. When we talk about anaphase, splitting of each chromosome at the centromere into two sister chromatids, the chromatids start moving toward the opposite pole. This is anaphase. Then we talk about telophase. The chromosome reach the opposite poles and lose its identity as discrete unit. Nuclear membrane reassembles around the chromosomes cluster. Nucleolus, Golgi complex and endoplasmic reappear again, which were disappearing from the beginning. Cytokinesis is the division of the cytoplasm. Simply, now the cytoplasm will also divide. Cell after karyokinesis, division of the chromosome into two daughter cells. In animal cells, appearance of furrows in the plasma membrane that deepens gradually and joins divide the cytoplasm into two parts. In plant cell, the wall formation starts at the center and grows outward to meet the lateral walls. The formation of the cell ball begins with the formation of cell plate. Then the very important question, what is the significance of this mitosis? So mitosis produces diploid daughter cells which identicals with the genetic complements. It helps in the repair of the cell, especially the lining of the gut and blood cell. Meristematic division in apicals and lateral cambium result in continuous growth of the plant. You know that meristematic cells are the cells which can easily divide and redivide. That's why they are responsible for growth of the cells. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and you will definitely clear your doubt related to mitosis. Thank you. Have a nice day.